Welcome to the Kitchen Garden Barbecue, brought to you by the Barbecue Barn. Joining us is the talented chef Shane Bagley. In this second series, we will be bringing you Summer on a Plate.
You right, guys? This is one of my absolute favorite dishes. It's Celeriac Shawarma, 100% plant-based, but it doesn't cut out any flavor or richness to it. We start with a parboiled celeriac. This has been simmered for about 45 minutes and allowed to cool. And we're just gonna peel it down, take the skin off it, and then next we're going to slice it and layer it up with loads of nice onions, garlic, Moroccan spices, lemon, and roast it for about 30 to 45 minutes, and you get fantastic caramelization, lovely smoky flavor from the charcoal, really rich, really lovely. Once you've layered the onions and marinated celeriac into the bowl, you want to get a skewer or something like a Weber Deluxe poultry roaster, and you stick that into the top of the bowl all the way through all the celeriac and onions, and then flip it over and gently lift the bowl up. And then you should get the classic shawarma stack of celeriac and onions. For the flatbreads, you'll need 400 grams of self-raising flour, 200 ml of cold water, a good slosh of olive oil or rapeseed oil, and a pinch of salt. And then just a little bit of extra flour for rolling them out. Divide them up into equal parts for however many people you're feeding, and then roll them out with a well-floured rolling pin on a well-floured chopping board. And then you can stack them a little bit as long as you make sure they're really well-floured in between. So that's all done and ready to take over the grill. We've got our celeriac shawarma, the flatbreads, and we're also going to take an aubergine and a pepper to roast in the coals while we cook everything else. So our stone is nice and hot, and we can go ahead and pop our flatbreads on. They literally just take about a minute each side. And we'll pop our cooking grates on now and get set up to put on our celeriac shawarma. This is going to be roasting on indirect heat at about 190 for 30 to 40 minutes. While that shawarma is cooking on the barbecue, we're going to go ahead and crack on with our red cabbage and our cucumber yogurt. The red cabbage is dead easy. You just thinly julienne the red cabbage, give it a few good sloshes of cider vinegar and some sea salt, leave that to macerate in its own juices, and then for the yogurt, you take 100 ml of yogurt, fine dice half a cucumber, mince 1 clove of garlic, juice half a lemon, about 6 leaves of mint minced up into it, mix that all together with some sea salt, and leave that to marinate while we get everything else off the grills. So I've taken the pepper and the aubergine off the barbecue. You can see they're really charred on the outside, but when you peel that burnt layer off, you get really juicy, unctuous flesh inside, and it works perfectly as a sauce. So you don't even need to use a knife for it. You can just literally use your fingers once it's cool enough and sort of pull it apart. So that's our aubergine done, and then the same thing goes for the pepper. Just very gently peel off any of the burnt exterior, lay it flat, and the skin peels off in sheets. And it's really juicy, moist flesh underneath, and it's going to act as our main flavoring sauce for these wraps. Just going to run my knife through this one really quick. And in with the aubergine, a little bit of sea salt, juice of half a lemon, give it a stir around, and that is good to go. Let's go get our celeriac off. All right, the smells coming off this thing are amazing, and it's ready to slice up. So you just want to leave it till it cools just enough for you to handle it. And then I always like to take it off in stages so I can get my knife through it properly. So I've taken the first bit, move this so you guys can see. And then I still like to slice it quite thinly. Now for the second half. Oh, the smell's coming off this, so rich, smoky. You get the lovely cinnamon and cumin and that roasted onion flavor. Smells so, so nice. Just gonna finish it with a little bit of salt. And we can go ahead and build our wraps now. We'll start with a spoonful of the aubergine and pepper mix, followed by the shredded celeriac shawarma, a good spoonful of the cucumber yogurt, followed by the pickled cabbage, and then just a fresh chili and coriander garnish. These look, smell, and taste amazing.
The recipes which Shane has shared with us in this series have come about following the many requests from our lovely customers. We hope you enjoy the recipes and we look forward to seeing your cooks on social media. When posting, don't forget to hashtag #BarbecueBarn.